Hey there, have you ever felt stuck, like no matter how hard you try, the usual way just isn't working? I've been there. Growing up, I was told to follow the rules, study hard, get a good job, and life would sort itself out. But here's the thing. I watched friends who aced every test end up in okay but not great jobs. While others, the ones who barely scraped by, somehow built lives I'd never imagined. Take my neighbor Lan, for example. She didn't finish school, but instead of waiting for the right moment, she started baking with a rice cooker and now runs her own little shop. Meanwhile, I was slogging through college, chasing a degree I didn't even want. What's the difference? It hit me one day. It's not always about doing things the right way. It's about flipping the problem on its head. That's reverse thinking. It's not some fancy theory, it's a simple, everyday trick to see what others miss. In this piece, I'll walk you through how this mindset changed my life, and how it can change yours too. If you find this meaningful, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to learn well. Understand instantly for more inspiring videos. Ready to flip the script? Let's get started. Why reverse thinking matters. Life often feels like a script we're handed at birth. Study hard, get good grades, work diligently, and success will follow. That's what I was taught growing up. Follow the rules, stick to the path, and everything will fall into place. But as I've navigated through years of personal and professional experiences, I've come to a startling realization. The people who achieve the most remarkable successes, the ones who innovate, create, and live fulfilling lives, don't always follow that script. They dare to think differently. They flip the script entirely. They practice what I call reverse thinking, a mindset that challenges conventions, turns problems upside down, and uncovers opportunities where others see dead ends. Imagine you're standing in front of a towering wall. Everyone tells you to climb it. It's the only way forward. But what if you thought differently? What if you asked, why climb? Could I dig underneath, go around, or even turn the wall into part of my journey by building steps over it? That's reverse thinking in a nutshell. It's not about rebellion for the sake of it, it's about seeing what others miss, questioning the obvious, and daring to take a path less traveled. I stumbled into reverse thinking almost by accident. In college, I studied economics because everyone said it was stable. But I hated the dry numbers and secretly dreamed of writing, a career my family dismissed as impractical. The advice was clear. Finish your degree first, then figure it out. But I flipped it. Why not start writing now? So I did. I sent articles to online magazines, fully expecting rejection, and I got it. My first piece was a flop. Yet I kept going. Slowly, I started earning money. And today, I make a living as a writer, something I'd never have dared imagine if I'd stuck to the conventional path. So, what exactly is reverse thinking? Why does it matter in our fast-paced, competitive, and often chaotic world? In this deep dive, I'll take you on a journey through reverse thinking, what it is, its foundations, how it's shaped history and everyday lives, its benefits, its challenges, and how you can harness it to transform your own path. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a student, or just someone curious about life, this exploration will show you how flipping your perspective can unlock doors you didn't even know existed. Let's dive in. Part 1. What is reverse thinking? Definition and foundations. Reverse thinking, sometimes known as counterintuitive thinking or inversion, is a deliberate approach to problem solving that challenges conventional assumptions. Instead of accepting a problem at face value and tackling it with familiar methods, reverse thinking flips it over. It asks, what if the opposite were true? Or, how can I approach this from a completely different angle? It's about stepping back, questioning the status quo, and exploring possibilities that lie beyond the obvious. Take a simple example. If you want to boost your savings, the usual advice is, spend less, earn more. Reverse thinking flips it. How can I save more without cutting spending? This might lead you to negotiate better deals, invest smarter, or rethink your lifestyle in ways that don't feel restrictive. It doesn't reject the traditional approach, it expands it. The science and psychology behind it. Reverse thinking has roots in cognitive psychology and creative problem solving. In his groundbreaking book Thinking, Fast and Slow, Nobel laureate Daniel Kahneman explains that our brains operate on two systems. System 1, fast, intuitive, habit-driven, and System 2, slow, analytical, deliberate. Most of us default to System 1, sticking to routines and familiar patterns because it's efficient. Reverse thinking activates System 2, forcing us to pause, reflect, and break free from mental ruts. It's a conscious effort to override autopilot and see anew. This idea isn't new in intellectual circles. The 19th century mathematician Carl Gustav Jacobi famously advised, invert, always invert, when solving complex problems. He suggested proving something wrong instead of right. Flipping the perspective often reveals hidden truths. This principle is at the heart of reverse thinking. By changing the direction of your approach, you uncover insights buried beneath assumptions. How does it differ from conventional thinking? Conventional thinking moves from point A to point B in a straight line, relying on past experience and established rules. Example: to succeed, study hard and work tirelessly. Reverse thinking questions the starting point or flips the goal. How can I succeed without following the usual grind? This might lead to entrepreneurship, leveraging unique skills, or seizing unexpected opportunities. I've seen this play out in real life. A friend of mine struggled in school and never made it to college. While I was busy preparing with my degree, he flipped the script. Why wait for a job? I'll start with what I know. He opened a small bike repair shop, and today he owns 3 locations. Meanwhile, I spent years chasing the right path before finding my own. Reverse thinking doesn't dismiss conventional wisdom, it builds on it, offering a fresh, flexible lens. Part 2. Reverse thinking in history and real life. Reverse thinking isn't a modern invention. It's been a quiet force behind some of history's greatest breakthroughs and countless everyday victories. Let's explore how it's shaped the past and present. Historical example: Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci wasn't just a painter, he was a master of reverse thinking. In an era when artists followed rigid norms, he flipped the approach. Why paint only what's seen on the surface? What if I show what's inside? He studied anatomy, sketching muscles and bones with precision no one else dared attempt. This reverse perspective gave us the depth of Mona Lisa and technical drawings centuries ahead of his time. He didn't just follow, he reimagined. Business example: Netflix. In the late 1990s, Blockbuster ruled video rentals with a simple model: customers come to us. Netflix flipped it. Why not bring movies to them? Starting with mail-order DVDs. They later inverted the industry again with streaming. While Blockbuster clung to brick and mortar, Netflix rewrote the rules, growing into a $200 billion giant as Blockbuster faded into bankruptcy. Reverse thinking turned an underdog into a titan. Everyday example: Lan, the baker. Closer to home, there's Lan, my old neighbor. She didn't finish high school, and everyone told her, learn professional baking first, then sell. Lan flipped it. Why wait? I'll start with what I have. Using her rice cooker, she made steamed buns and sold them online. They weren't perfect at first, but she tweaked them based on feedback. Today, she runs a small bakery. No fancy training, just a reverse mindset. I've applied this myself as a content creator. Early on, I noticed everyone writing long, detailed blog posts to rank on Google. I flipped it. Why not write short, sharp pieces that grab attention fast? My concise articles stood out in a sea of verbosity, earning me a loyal audience. Reverse thinking works at every scale, it's about daring to differ. Part 3. The benefits of reverse thinking. Reverse thinking isn't just a quirky trick, it's a powerhouse of advantages for individuals, businesses, and beyond. Here's why it's worth embracing. Unleashes creativity. Flipping problems forces your brain to innovate. IKEA didn't just sell furniture, they flipped it. Why not let customers assemble it? This cut costs and made shopping interactive. Sparking a global brand. Solves problems efficiently, instead of grinding through old methods. Reverse thinking finds shortcuts. My friend Hung, a mechanic, flipped the game. Why compete on price? I'll focus on speed and affordability. His quick fixes build a thriving business. Boosts adaptability. In a world of constant change, reverse thinking keeps you nimble. When COVID hit, my neighbor Twee lost her juice stall customers. She flipped it. Why wait for them to come? I'll deliver. Online orders saved her livelihood. Sets you apart. Reverse thinking creates distinction. I flipped content norms from long to short, carving a niche in a crowded field. Real-world evidence. A 2019 Harvard Business Review study found that 67% of disruptive companies in the past decade used counterintuitive strategies. Tesla bet on electric cars when gas ruled. Airbnb flipped hospitality by renting homes instead of hotel rooms. Reverse thinking isn't a fluke, it's a proven edge. Part 4. Challenges and risks of reverse thinking. Reverse thinking isn't a magic bullet, it comes with hurdles. Social pushback. When I ditched economics for writing, my family called me crazy. Society often resists the unconventional. Higher risk of failure. Flipping the script means experimenting, and not every try works. Lan's first rice cooker buns were a mess, she had to push through criticism. Requires patience. Results aren't instant. My writing took a year to pay off. Testing my resolve. How do you overcome these? Start small. Test a reverse idea in a low-stakes way. Accept failure as feedback, not defeat. Edison's thousands of light bulb flops weren't setbacks, they were steps. Persistence turns risks into rewards. Part 5. How to cultivate reverse thinking. Reverse thinking isn't innate, it's a skill you can build. Here's how. Ask reverse questions. Instead of, how do I succeed? Try, how'd I fail? Avoiding pitfalls often reveals the path. Run small experiments. Sell an old item online. Write a quick post. See where it leads. Learn from reverse thinkers. Study icons like Da Vinci or locals like Hung the Mechanic. Step out of comfort. Do what scares you. I sent that first article despite my doubts. And it changed everything. Conclusion. Reverse thinking. Your key to the future. Reverse thinking isn't just a mindset, it's a way of life. From Da Vinci to Netflix. From Lance Buns to my writing. It proves that flipping the problem opens new doors. It transformed my path, and it can transform yours. Start today. Ask one reverse question. Take one bold step. Life's a maze, and reverse thinking is your compass.